championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last season's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. EA Sports College Football Chris Robert, joined as always by Kurt Cruiser. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Roll to run up the middle.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Irvin. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch. Get a little bit closer to the marker. This is something rare and special. This early in the season, have a 1 versus 2 matchup. These kind of games become part of the history of the sport. Both these teams expected to contend for a national championship.
Yeah, I can't believe we get this kind of opportunity early in the year like this. Really find out who maybe the best team in the country is. And the willingness to take this game on provides them with a huge opportunity to have a big resume builder early in the year.
Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He has first down yardage at the 46.
If that cornerback's going to have outside leverage on third down, he's basically giving you the quick slant. Good read and a nice throw for the first.
Longhorns with first and 10 here. They'll hand it off. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, if you're going to run an ISO play with that pulling guard, the running back's got to do a better job of getting behind those big linemen to hope that a hole will open up. Here he tries to bounce it to the outside, and there's just no room out there.
Now it's second down here. The snapper, quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot. Well, nearly interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down.
Three.
Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup, but this is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football. An early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Defense is coming after him.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
No chance for it. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. They're going to the air in the first play. On the move now. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback making some changes at the line. The shotgun running play call. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Out of the gun now on third down. Defensive play brings up a fourth down.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the punt heads out of bounds. They'll spot this ball about the 30. Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Get punts out of this possession. He's running out of time here. Quarterback takes off. He's looking to scramble.
No fucking buttons.
Step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Defense getting set up. Here's second down. Keeping it on the ground here. They test the middle there and get nothing. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking for the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Longhorns will have first and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's second and 6.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Makes it second and 8. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught in the flat by the running back. Use the stiff arm there. Defense quite wide. Get down for just a short gain.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. We'll see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, think your touchdown. That play more than enough for a first down. Sets them up at the 24.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Can't keep that, man.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense in taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce out to the outside. There's just no room to run.
A first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes out now 2nd and 11. Look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Grabbed by the receiver. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, that's tough for this defense. You give up the catch, but you also let the receiver break a tackle and get some yards after him.
Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And brought down at the line for that big defensive tackle.
That's just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Brought down at the 7. Completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at their play sheet and finding the go-to play that will help them pick up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
But I moved it over for him.
Target, it's no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch.
But the arm strength from this quarterback, he really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zero in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
He cannot escape. It's a sack. A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the return man runs out of bounds. So the first play of the drive coming up here. A mere 3 minutes to play before half. Play action here on first down. Pass rush closing in. Slowed by the pass rush. A sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. Let's not forget a skill play defense in the shoe that has such great history and tradition of that defensive line play.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute
I like
timeout.
that fucker.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He escapes the pocket.
Man, it's crazy.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass and moving the play.
Here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Moves out of the pocket. The receiver grabs it. The reception makes about 7 yards with fourth down coming up here. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And here's the return. Luka Ritchie makes the stop on this return. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. The back's got it. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Work over your heads.
Tough tackle, bro.
The pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And we're going to throw now on first down. He flips it to the back across the middle. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. And the sophomore QB with an inaccurate throw threw it behind his man. Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Finds his man. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. We're able to move the sticks and set up now first down at the 34. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. It's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he dumps it out to the tight end. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass here on second down. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here.
And pick that.
Timing is called. Talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, Phil Gilbert will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Who got it? The field goal's good. It breaks the score is tied here, makes it 3-0.
And Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tagging on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's got it inside the 15. We finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. March will kick this away to start the second half. Diskrupke picked up by one of the blockers. They bring it down at the 41. The return team does a solid job there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Quick throw to the left. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. He hands it off from the gun. He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
wideouts now clustered. Shotgun formation here on third down. Lets it go quickly. He's got it in the open. Gets it out after a solid game.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. They trapped him for a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Okay, the Texas offense goes back out on the field. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, this defense just flies to the football. So gap sound up front with the defensive line and linebackers coming downhill. Safeties involved. One of the best run defenses in college football.
Well, starting the drive, they lose 4. It makes it here a 2nd down and 14. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. So it's incomplete, but it counts the clock, but they move it out of bounds.
What?
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Good, just throws the ball.
Of course, this offense coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Zips it down the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. But when he catches a football, he is so dangerous. And after the catch, this one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Coming off with 3 now, looking to produce a positive drive here. They're going to run it here.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great
forces way for a first down to the 35.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. He brings him down, and it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others, but, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
As the first down is still going. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a 1st and 10. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. There's the handoff. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, the spread error over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The Longhorns are in the red zone. To throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. That's a quick tackle, but they break up solid yardage on that short throw.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
End zone ahead. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Longhorns. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you've got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Well, this is what we hope for. This is what we expected. A tight, tough battle between two really good teams. Now who can step up and make that winning play down the stretch?
Well, early in the year, these two teams have actually lived up to the billing of 2 top 5 teams, showing a lot on offense and defense. Now it's so much on the line early in the year, tight game. Who's going to make the plays to walk out of here the victor?
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. And that's just a throwaway there on third down. And now a fourth down play coming up. Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the return brought down by the coverage team there. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at the 40. Off the play fake on first down. On time. Moving to his left. Gets into space at the 50. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after one. We've reached the end of three. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. He opened the fourth by going to the air. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. Longhorns are in the red zone. He'll ride the back again here. The freshman brings him down quickly.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, trying to create space, trying to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. Here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now.
What a great job here by the offensive coordinator on this screen pass, realizing that it might be available. This defense is all about pressuring the quarterback. That's a perfect time to run the screen, using that pressure against the defense. It worked out well. Pick up the first down.
Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Touchdown, Texas. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Oh, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Picks up the first, looking for more. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. It's suddenly become a threat to score. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is why I love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all you got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5.
On my way, nigga.
Well, he's got a
It's
crease
fucking
here. Look
crazy.
out.
On my fucking way, bro.
That's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position.
Fucking way.
And Texas offense goes back out on the field. Here's the handoff. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, escapes the tackle. The defense all over. They stop right at the line.
The defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Brought down quickly, but it's a big gain through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
You know, as a play caller, when your offense is executing like this, it just opens up the playbook. Whether it's a run or a pass, you trust your guys to be able to do the right thing. Gives you a chance to be able to pick up first downs like this.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Handoff here from the shotgun. The game is 5, so it's second and 5 now.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
jump on top now here in the fourth.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead, and now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Roche. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First down. They're going to throw the football. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down.
He's touching it. Balls. Great.
The rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the fourth quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. And he's brought down, but they move backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush, but give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here.
Pick it.
Can't hold on.
The fuck, man? It's the ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see.
Fucking ball, bro.
You're trailing late in a football game, an incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. So here we go, down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Pressure is coming. Looking for a late deep shot. That's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And now the handoff. Has it back to the end zone. And finally,
Fucking goat, man.
that gain is good for a first and goal. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense comes up now, second and one, trying to move the sticks and put this game away. And the offense just takes a knee here.
Chris, anytime you can go on the road in college football and get a win, it is a major success. They're in victory formation. See the fans now heading to the exits.
So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end, Kirk, the number one ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much, and you make some mistakes that you don't normally do. And I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.